So one of the things that I think people struggle with is that our culture, the Western culture, has largely moved so far away from this idea that challenging yourself physically and mentally is good for you, right? They're literally peddling a completely different message, right? So take the easy route. Here's a pill to make you feel better. Here's a pill to lose weight. Here's a pill to live longer. You don't have to suffer anymore, right? We've kind of moved beyond suffering. And that unfortunately has trapped people in kind of a lower state of being, I think.
First of all,
you've got to challenge yourself. You got to challenge your mind. You got to challenge your body every day. You said it earlier. You got to do something hard every day.
Every day. In multiple times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in multiple ways. I was thinking about it this morning. I had an incredibly heavy ski day yesterday where I skied some of the biggest lines I've ever skied. And I woke up and really tired, right? Really tired. And it was time to take the dogs out and, didn't mind taking them out, but didn't want to do the work along the way. But I still, I doubled the length of the hike. I was like, okay, fine. If you don't want to go uphill fast and hard today, with a weight vest on, that's fine. But we're going for twice as long. You know what I mean? Like, even when I'm trying to reduce the challenge, I reintroduce the challenge back in it. Mark, what was so interesting about what you said, and I agree with it so much, is for some reason, people really want to privilege their emotions. Happy or sad in the moment really seems to matter. That doesn't, if you're a slave to that, that's very, very difficult to overcome from a performance perspective.
Right.
Because you and I were talking about this in the beginning. Everything that is probably worth having. Let me frame it differently. I've done this for about a decade now. I've been talking to people about the things in their life that matter the most to them. Like, what have you done that has made the most difference, changed your future in the most beneficial way? And I've been having this conversation for decades. You know what nobody's ever given me an example of? Oh, I won the lottery, or you know what I mean? Like, those are not.
I inherited $100 million.
You hear, I worked 3 jobs and drove a taxi and tended bar to put myself through night school and become a lawyer. Those are the stories you hear. Those are my stories. Those are your stories. Those are everybody's stories. You don't hear I slipped on a banana peel and met my wife. It's not how you hear it. It's not how people tell it. And when you ask people that, right? Like, people who are making these, I don't want to suffer, I want to be so comfortable, give me a pill decisions. If you ask them the same question, well, what matters the most to you in your life and what's made the biggest difference? They're going to give you these same examples of things that they struggled with for a long time and finally, triumph. Those are always the stories. And I'm like, what's amazing to me is people don't even pay attention to the truth of their own history. That's where I sort of get caught by it. Just look at the truth of look at your own life for an example. Like, you've been running this experiment yourself for a while. Look at your own life and see, did true happiness ever come from finding a quick way to end suffering and quickly? There are exceptions, but as a general rule, right? You don't hear it.
Yeah, you don't.